What up? Had to go get my other mic from the truck. Can you hear me? Is my audio working? All right, we're throwing the crappie man baits today. Right into a tree. What up, guys? We're finally fishing. It's been a couple days. Can you guys hear me? Is my audio working? I got a new mic and I'm not sure if it's working correctly. Anyone? Anyone? All right. All right. So we're throwing the crappie man booty toad right now. We're going to start with that, and then we're going to go to, I got the crappie man custom spinner. This is more of a catfish and carp lake than a bass lake, but we're going to see if we can get a bass out of here. All right. I got to re-rig this thing a little bit. This booty toad that I'm throwing has been through hell and back already, so. Trying to get it rigged up just right. All right, well, fuck that then, right? Ah, that was a bad cast. All right, all right, all right. Let's see if we can get something in here now. Can you guys hear me? Can somebody let me know if the audio is or is not working, please? Anyone? Anyone? What the hell? Okay. Yes or no? Yes. No. Hey, Cuba, can you hear me? Is my audio working? Apparently not. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but whatever, it is what it is. It's like I can do too much about it right now. All right, we got 5 watching. Can one of you 5 please tell me if the audio works or not? Apparently not. Dennis, welcome in, brother. How you doing? Can you hear me, Dennis? Is my audio working? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The other day when I was at the other lake, I got a freaking torrential downpour out of nowhere on me. And my mic got all wet. So I had to get a new one. I'm not sure if I wasn't sure if the new one was working or not. I know that the one that got soaking wet wouldn't link up to the transmitter thing. Hey, Ed, welcome in. We're bass fishing this morning at a lake that I've never caught a bass from. I'm throwing right now. I got the pickle milk booty toad from Crappy Man, and then in a little bit here I got my custom spinner from Crappy Man. So I'll start throwing that in a little bit here. But so far, I've only made a handful of casts so far, and I haven't got shit. But that doesn't mean much yet. Ooh, that might have been a good spot. I don't know if you guys saw where that landed, right? Oh, you're kind of, well, it's hard to see, but that hit right underneath the palm tree there. All right. How you guys doing this morning? Ed, would you, you have the wrench. Would you mind resetting the location for me for Nightbot? If you type in period set hyphen water body, and then the water body is Sunbeam Lake. I forgot to do it before I left the house this morning, and I don't have a second phone with me to be able to do it. Yeah, the water's glass out here this morning. Perfect. Now, would you do that same thing, period, set, hyphen, location, and it's Seeley, Seeley, California. I just saw a little something smack something off the top over here. So see if I can get that frog in its path over there. This lake's not really known for bass. Hey, Paige, welcome in. Bing. Oh, yeah, you go down hunting down this way? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people hunt these farm fields out here. You know, it's funny, I'm fishing this lake, and I've never caught a bass out of this lake. I don't even know if there's, I mean, I know there's bass in this lake. I've seen them. I've seen people catch them. I've just never got one. Don't be jealous, Paige. This place is nothing special. Oh, there's a boat on the water down there. And it looks like they're catching fish down there. They're way down there. I don't even know if you can see them in camera. No, you really can't. I'm stuck to bank fishing until, hey, Hammy, welcome in. Oh, yeah. It's funny how all this pheasant down here are actually stocked. They're not natural birds. All right, I'm seeing little boils out on the water way out there, but it's most likely not bass. I'm going to go cast off to this side a little bit. Let me put the camera. Yeah, Paige, I'd love to go up there and fish with Rod, but unfortunately that's like a 22-hour drive for me. He's quite a ways away. I'm in Southern California and he's in Central Montana. That would be a one hell of a road trip. But yeah, I would love to go up there. I'd absolutely love to go up there. So this lake I'm at, there's only a couple spots you can really shore fish it. The opposite side of the lake has some good spots you can get to. But where I'm at on this side of the lake, the banks are so full of weeds that you can't get to the water to cast. I mean, I could cast over the weeds, but then, you're getting tangled and stuck and losing gear in the weeds when you come back in. I've never actually caught bass out of this lake right here, so I figured I'd come down here and try it. Plus, it's the only lake that, doesn't charge you $20 fucking to fish it. My home lake, it's like $27 every time I go there. And there's nowhere to shore fish there. There's like 3 spots. And the water's so low that it's not even worth fishing those 3 spots right now. On the boat, it's a different story, but I got to get that boat trailer taken care of before I can take the boat out. All right. I made a few casts with the frog and nothing yet, but it doesn't mean much. It just means I haven't casted where the bass are sitting. Whoops, that's not it. I know there's bass in here. They're not huge. I think the biggest bass in here is probably 5-6 pounds. But, I need to catch one. No matter how big they are, I need to catch one. All right, so we got 8 people watching. Welcome in. Oh, really? Yeah, Del Mar. I've never fished Del Mar. Oh, nice. See, I like that. You get in free because you're a vet. That's awesome. Oh, nice. Los Coyotes? Yeah. It's like I'm way behind in chat. Sorry, guys. It's hard to bass keep up with chat. So I'm just working this booty toad really slow. I'm not even really twitching it. I'm doing more of just a drag. Per Crappie Man's instructions. That's the way he said he fishes them. He makes them, so I'll listen to how he fishes them. Hopefully I get on some nice bass. If not, I got catfish bait, carp bait. And I'm not opposed to driving to some new spots today. There's a bunch of canals out here that hold some good fish. So I figure worst case scenario, No, Paige, bait casters are only hard to use in the very beginning. Once you learn how to use a bait caster, and you learn how to adjust it. That's the key thing that people don't realize is a bait caster, you need to adjust the reel to whatever it is you're fishing. For example, if you're fishing a super lightweight bait, you're gonna want to tighten that reel brake and that spool tension. Otherwise, every time you cast, you're gonna backlash the shit out of it. If you're fishing a real heavy bait, you're gonna want to do the same thing. It's just a matter of learning the adjustments on the reel brake. Once you get the reel brake and the spool tension set and learn how to set it properly for the baits you're using, a bait caster is actually a great reel to use. They're a lot more accurate in your casting. And there's guys that can cast a bait caster farther than a guy can cast a spinning rod. So it's really just a matter of, it's a learning curve. That's all it is. It's the learning curve. And once you learn the curve and you figure out how to get everything set and adjusted, you'll love it in the end. Okay, I'm not getting nothing on this toad. But I don't expect much here. Oh yeah, I will. What am I doing wrong? Setting location. Type dot where and see what it says. Yeah, I only use conventional reels for saltwater. Well, let me rephrase that. I'll use the spinning reel from the bank if I'm fishing like the bay, but out, actual saltwater, I only use conventional. Okay, so Ed, type dot set hyphen location. Hey, Josie. So it's dot set hyphen location, and then it's Seeley, Seeley, California. How about type dot open your bail before you cast? Comma, stupid. Oops. That was a bad cast. Oh, man. Josie, you know how to set the location, right? There you go. That should work, Ed. If it doesn't, then we'll wait for Rod to get here. Because Rod will know how to do it. It should work. That should work. I don't understand why it's not working like that, Ed. Oh, because you put, I see. You spelled it wrong. You have an extra C. You spelled location wrong. That's what happened. Oh, I have no idea if or when Rod's going to come into this channel. Probably, I'd imagine he's still passed out because I went to bed 10 something last night and he was still fishing, and he's an hour ahead of me, so it was 11 his time, and I think he's like an hour and a half away from where he was fishing. So There we go. Josie got it. Thank you, Josie. No, I know you got to be a mod to do it, but Ed was trying to do it, and I don't know. It was just giving Ed shit for some reason. All right. Has anybody fished Crappy Man's? Yeah, you spelled it right. Has anybody fished Crappy Man's booty toads? Here, let me flip this around so I'm gonna look at my ugly ass. You can look at the water where I'm casting. So, Crappy Man says he just okay. So, did you work it like a regular frog when you threw it, or did you just kind of drag it real slow? Because I've heard people say both. Crappy Man himself told me to just drag it, like a real slow drag with it, which is what I'm doing. But if somebody else has got a better way to fish these booty toads, hey, Relentless. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hey, there's Crappy Man himself. Perfect timing. Turner, how do you recommend fishing your booty toad? Do you recommend? I know. I swear to God, you said just kind of do a slow drag with it and don't like work it like a normal frog, or did I hear that wrong? So that's what I'm throwing right now. I got the pickle milk on there. Hey, Grumpy, welcome in. You want it to look like a buzz bait, okay? Because I just been kind of doing a real slow, like drag and settle on it. Drag it, let it sink a little. Drag it, let it sink a little. But then again, this you want it to look like a buzz bait, okay? So there's not a lot of bass in this lake. So let me do this. Let me kind of burn it and see what happens. Not burn it, but get it going, you know. Keep it way up top because these do have a little bit of sink to them. Very slow sink, but either way they sink, which I kind of like. Because if you ever watch a natural frog, they do go under the water. But I'll tell you what, the kicking paddle action of these freaking legs is amazing. Here comes some dudes on a bass boat. Yeah, these top waters are weightless. I'm throwing it weightless. I'm also fishing a spot that's not really well known for bass. There's a big swirl right there. These bass might be still out a little deeper. It's been hot down here. Use it as a top water. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I thought you said that you were dragging them real slow. So let me get a little more. Get a little more going with it. Now, this lake, like I've said a few times, this lake is not known for bass. It's more of a cat, and they stock trout here in the winter. But cat and carp are pretty much what they're predominantly catching out of here. So, oh, damn it. I just hung that in that fucking palm tree. There we go. Got it back. Twisted her all up though, but got her back. All right. Hopefully I can catch a freaking hog on this thing and get some good video for Turner's freaking ads. Because, you know, what sells bait other than somebody catching a freaking lunker of a fish on that bait, right? I was going to go to the home lake today, but it's just with the bass boat freaking being all fucked up like it is right now. Well, the boat's not fucked up. The trailer needs a tire, and I didn't want to go use a rental boat. There's nowhere to really shore fish that place, so braid hit the water, then start going. Come on, bass. Hey, Fishy Things is here. Everybody's here. Oh yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, this lake, like I said, this lake is not a big bass lake, so we'll see what happens. I got the spinner tied up. That's going out next. God, my chat froze way back there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, this thing has killer action to it. The way these legs kick, you guys, it's like phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. See, what I'm doing is I'm throwing braid, so yeah, well, I got a 9-ounce weight too if they get too close. What I'm doing with this thing now is I'm letting the braid hit the water because, you know, braid like floats in the air when you cast it, and then I'm starting my retrieve. This water is really dirty and it's really hot, so the bass are going to be not too happy here. Yeah, I love it when freaking boats creep up on shore fishermen like that. It's one of the reasons I like my home lake is because the whole one side of that lake you can't get to on foot. You have to be in a boat. What I should be doing is fishing from under this dock. Ah, shit. Oh, I got it back. All right. Twisted it all up, but I got it back. You guys fishing or catching? I guess it's been too hot down here for them.
Yeah, we jumped in yesterday. It's actually pretty cold, like 2 feet underneath the surface. It's pretty nice.
Really?
Yeah. I'm surprised how cool it is. We caught 2 yesterday. Came out to run the motor and then caught 2 and then found out the motor.
Oh man, that sucks. What'd you get them on? Oh, okay. Oh, right back into the tree. Damn it. Oh, there we go. I got lucky. My braid slipped off the freaking palm frond. So they said they were getting them on crankbaits here yesterday. Let me rip this thing out there and see what happens. I'm going to rip this thing out there and just like rip it in. I'm kind of stuck to my casting area here because there's not a lot of shore fishing over here. But those guys were just saying they jumped in the water here yesterday and it was actually cold. Like the surface temperature was warm, but the down below was cold. So that could be good. It was a deal. Yeah, it's if you've never field dressed a deer, it can be difficult. Sorry guys, it's really hard to keep up a chat when I'm. Hey, Rican, Raquel, what's up? But yeah, Paige, if you've never done it, it's not easy to do your first time. But once you kind of figure it out, watch a couple videos. It's not hard to do. It's just figuring out how deep to make your cuts, basically. And make sure you bring like a zip tie or, yeah, it's a cool view here. I should turn the camera around the other way here in a second and show you guys the other side. You're going to want to bring zip ties or rubber bands or something like that with you as well. Because when you cut out the butthole of the deer, you need to tie it. And that sounds weird and wrong and just in so many ways, but you do got to cut the butthole out of the deer to be able to field dress it. I just caught the dock. What did I catch on? Oh, my line caught a splinter on the dock. And then there's a tool out there, Paige. It's called the butt out. You can get it on Amazon for like $12. I highly recommend it. It'll cut your field dressing time down by like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I keep seeing little boils out here off this corner of this little dock, but nothing's wanting to chase baits. So let's switch it up. Let's put the booty toad away, and let's go to the. It's called Butt Out. Hey, Live Outdoors. I'm not a bad influence, man. I was just recommending some good product, you know. Just because, you know, you guys Live Outdoors is mad at me because last night he spent a bunch of money on fishing gear, and he said he needed to stop buying fishing gear, and I thought he just needed to buy more storage for his fishing gear. And then he said he needed a new boat to keep all the shit on, so I let him know that there's a couple boat manufacturers right now having some good sales on bigger boats. Ain't my fault. Just trying to help a brother out, man. You know, that Grady White 46, what is it, the 465 it's a great boat. Just saying. You can take that thing way out in the ocean, or you can fish the lakes or whatever. It's got a little cabin in there, a little freaking bed. It's got a bathroom in it, so you can bring the wife and kids and not have to worry about it. Just saying. So this guy that was over here on the boat said he was here until a little after dark last night, and they only caught 2 fish all day. Obviously, they're bass fishing. I'm kind of debating on going and grabbing my ugly stick and throwing out a cat line. So I do have some cat bait with me and corn for carp. So I have options. I also have the option of moving to a completely different water body. But that'll be a last resort, because I don't know if the other place I want to go check out, I don't know if I get cell service up there. It's kind of deeper into the desert. It's one of the canals out there. But it looks like it's fishy, and fish brain tells me that a lot of people are catching fish out of there. So it might be worth a try. At the same point, like, I kind of don't want to go out there and fish it blind and not know if I have cell service out there. I mean, it's kind of near where I go riding on the dirt bike. And I know that most of the spots out there on the dirt bike, I have no service. So, all right, I'm going to wing this freaking spinner one more good time. And then I'm going to go grab and I'm going to set that up for cat. Because this lake is known more of a cat lake than a bass lake. So, and it's only, like, the deepest part of this lake is only 10 feet. Ooh. That was just thought I got hit, but it was just a stick up or something down there I ran over. All right, come on, braid. One thing I don't like about braid is how easy it fouls on certain baits. Spinner baits particularly, because braid floats in the air. So it wraps itself around the tower. All right, one more cast after this retrieve. And then I'm going to run up to the truck real quick and grab the cat rod. All right, here we go. That was a decent cast. Oh, holy shit. You guys see that freaking fish pop right there? Like 6 feet from me. Oh, that's why I'm not getting the cast out of this thing. Okay, that makes perfect sense. It's the reel. Let's see, I'm going to drag that spinner right past where that fish just popped. See what happens. Nothing. Not even following it. All right, let me catch up with chat for a quick second here. All right. Damn. I'm way back. Oh, there you go. See, you already got a boat picked out. Yeah, well, you know. See, the Grady White's a nice boat. But yeah, you don't want to bring the wife and the girlfriend. I mean, that would just ruin. I mean, that drive there would just suck, wouldn't it? All right, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna go grab the cat rod real quick. All right. All right, all right, all right. I got some shrimp that's marinating in garlic powder for like 3 weeks. So hopefully it works. All right, let me rig this thing up. I'm just gonna hum this thing out there and let it soak. Because, you know, it's catfish. Last time I was catfishing here, I caught a damn turtle. And I don't want to catch another turtle, but it's chances you take, you know. Although that was the first turtle I ever caught. So I'm good with that. Hopefully it was the last. We don't have a lot of turtles here. I think my home lake, I don't think there's any in there at all. I've never seen one. All right. So let me find out I had a weight and stuff in my pocket. There it is. Had a swivel in there too. Hopefully it's still in there. Hey, where'd my swivel go? Might have to go up to the truck and find a swivel. Oh no, it's in my other pocket. Same pocket the weight was in, I thought. Unless I dropped it. I might have dropped it. Gosh darn it. Alright, bear with me, guys. Bear with me a minute. I had a swivel with me. I know it was in my pocket. I must have dropped it when I reached in and pulled something out. Alright, I gotta walk back up to the truck real quick one more time. It's only 50 yards, but still. Pain in the ass to have to keep walking up there and back. I'm running so low on swivels. I'm damn near out of swivels. I actually had to, I gotta order some. Yeah, these guys on it makes me feel a little better. All right. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm disorganized this morning. But let me get this all tied back up real quick, and then I'll get caught up here with chat. Give me just 1 minute, guys. It's a big weight for here, but it's a big old 3-ounce weight I'm putting on. Maybe if I can get the braid to go through it. Braid doesn't want to go through. There's like something in the middle. There it goes. All right. I can't believe I'm out of good swivels. I have a couple sitting on the table at the house on the patio, but I thought I had a bunch more with me. Apparently not. I mean, I got these ones that I don't like, but they'll work for what I need them to do. All right. Got that tied. My leader. and we'll be good to go. Should have tied my leader on first to the swivel so that I could Palomar on it, but that was my stupid mistake. It's all right though. A knot's a knot as long as it works. As long as you tie a good knot, you're confident. That's all that matters. All right. Oh, I left my hook way over out of the way. Oh, sorry guys. Give me a minute. Let me finish tying up, and I'll be catching up with chat. I know I'm a bad host, but at least I admit it. At least I know when I'm being a bad host, you know? I was watching, kind of scrolling through streams the other day, and came up on a dude fishing, and he had his chat turned off. And he kept saying, like, to the camera, he's like, I don't know why nobody's watching me. He's like, I've been fishing for 3 hours and I've only got 4 views. And it's like, well, dude, because you're turning your chat off, and people want to hang out and chat while they're watching you fish, Like, even if you're not engaging with the chat like you should be, chat still wants to engage with each other. So when you don't allow that, it's like, well, why would I want to stay there and hang out and, be bored watching you fish? Another one that gets me too is like the subscribers only mode. Like if I'm scrolling and I come up on a channel that's subscribers only mode, I instantly scroll past it. Instantly. All right, that might be too long of a leader here, but not really. All right. So let me get a bait put on this thing, get this thing casted out, and then I'll, these shrimp stink. And then I'll come over and catch up as much as I can with you guys. Oh yeah, these shrimp stink. They've been marinating in garlic, so they're like extra pungent. But we're fishing channel cat, so we want extra pungent. You guys, I'm just sitting here and I'm sweating because it's so fucking hot down here already. It's already up in the 90s. Like upper 90s. All right, here we go. Cat bait out. All right, cat rod out. All right, there we go. It's set. So, my goodness, I'm sweating balls already, guys. These guys just jumped off the boat. All right, let me get caught up. Carolina rig. All right, Edward. Hey, Leafy, welcome in. All right, that's it. That was not a lot of chats. Okay, cool. So I guess I'm caught up. Anyway, we're going to just kind of hang out and fish till it's too hot to fish right here. And it's already too hot to fish right here, but, you know, there's a little bit of shade if I move over, which actually I think I'm gonna move the camera over a little bit into the shade because I don't want it to overheat again. All right, so there we go. Camera's over in the shade a little more. Can't really see the cat rod, but that's all right. If something hits, we'll move. We'll move the camera. So, oh man, it is hot, you guys. Like extra hot. I keep seeing fish pop around on the surface, but I don't know what they want to eat. Obviously not what I'm throwing. We'll see if they want that shrimp. If nothing works out right here, I'm gonna move down a little bit in a little while. There's a couple other spots I can go try. We'll see though. Hey, Shannon, welcome in. We're bass fishing and catching nothing. Well, I got a cat line out now, so, but still not catching nothing. Ooh, that was a nice cast over here. I moved over to the backside of the dock, and I just casted this booty toad like right under a freaking palm tree that's leaning across the lake. I just don't know that there's bass that want to come out and play. I don't think there is. Like there's so much structure in this lake that they should be hiding by, but they're just not. So I don't know what's going on. Doesn't help that we got people doing backflips off the boat. I would think that the bass would be cruising right now, but I guess I'm wrong. Oh well. I knew coming down to this lake there wasn't a lot of bass activity here, but I figured, I'd be able to at least get something to be convinced to jump onto a hook. Nothing's wanting to come out and play. And I know there's a bunch of frogs down here, so I figured the booty toad would work really well. But I guess they're not wanting to bite anything at all. Oh, well, I'm just going to hang out in the shade and hang out with chat for a little bit. Hey, Smoking Grill. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. I'll just let that cat line soak for a little bit while I get out of the sun. Because it's hotter than holy shit out here. It's already... Man, there's freaking fish popping on the surface right there. Right when I say I want to get out of the sun, fish pop up on the surface. Let me go throw this booty toad over at him. I almost wonder if that was carp or cat or something rolling right there. But it looked like the action that I saw looked like a bass chasing shad. But who knows in this place? I think what I should do probably is drop shot some corn. See that cart. So I do have corn with me in the truck. Man, you guys see these booty toes. The action of these freaking things is so awesome. The way the legs kick. Okay, nothing wants to play. Nothing wants to play. It's like I keep seeing fish pop on the surface. And then when I cast to them, there's nothing there. Might just be too hot. Or it might just be that the bass in this lake are not that big in numbers. We'll catch something though. Whoop, got a palm tree. Oh, that's perfect though. Fell right off right where I needed it to. Come on, fishes, you little bitches. All right, I think it's time to set up a second rod with just corn. Hey, handsome kiddo. All right, looks like everybody bailed out because I was over there not paying attention to you guys. Sorry, guys. Oh well. I'm gonna run up and grab a hook and corn and throw corn out there. I'll be right back. Where'd my hook go? so low on food. Is this. All right. All right, all right, all right. It might just be too hot for the fish here today. Who knows? But we're gonna try. We're gonna stay here a little while. Re-rig. I'm gonna set up this corn. So what I'll do is basically I'm just gonna set it up on a drop shot. Because why not? I don't have the swivels I want to be able to do my Carolina rig. So, I mean, I do. They're not the ones that I like. I figured for a Saturday, this place would be a lot busier than it is, but I guess the people that live down here in the desert realize that it's too flipping hot to be out here. All right, get through there, you stupid thing. There you go. All right. Let's see. Let me get this knot tied, and we'll be good to go. Whoa. I just almost dropped everything. All right, come on. There we go. All right. Now we're going to catch a fish. Now we'll catch fish because we got the proper setup, kind of. Sort of. All right. Got my drop shot set up. Oops. Gonna cut this off of here so I can use this weight. All right. Give me just a minute, guys. I know I'm ignoring chat, but I'm trying to get tied. And once I get this tied and get it put out, then I'll be able to hang out and pay more attention to chat like I should be. I'm just putting on the weight for my drop shot right now. Okay, come on. Come on, cooperate. Doesn't want to cooperate with me. Maybe it's just operator error at this point, right? There we go. There we go. Okay. Got some bait. Once I got some bait, then we'll get that out there and we'll be good to go. All right. hopefully corn attracts the carp, because I would like to catch a carp just because they're a fun fight. Carp are a great fight, especially on this smaller medium heavy rod. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, guys, let me get this bait out in the water, and then I'll come hang out and chat. Let's see, where do I want to put this one? That one's over there. I'll put this one over here. There we go. All right. All right. We got two setups in the water. Question is, where am I going to put this other rod that it won't get taken? I want to put it where it's on camera, though, too. I guess right here will work. Yeah, that'll work. So we can probably kind of see both rods, right? All right. How's that? Man, it's really hard to see them with the backdrop. Oh, well. Here's what it is. We're fishing. That's all that matters. All right. There's only two of you left in here. That's my fault for not engaging with chat. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get everything all set up and rigged up, and it's just not been my morning so far. The temperatures out here today are crazy already. I don't even know what time it was. So it's probably like 9:30. It's 9 o'clock, and it's probably 100 degrees. I mean, I'm just standing here in the shade and I'm sweating. But, you know, it is what it is. That's why we're in the desert, right? I was debating going west, and going and fishing one of the lakes down in Diego. But it's a Saturday. Everywhere down there is going to be just chaos and crowded. I don't like fishing down there on the weekends. It's too many freaking people. Even though the lakes are bigger than this one, and they're, you know, in the 70s right now instead of in the high 90s. I just didn't want to deal with all the people down there. Plus, if I'm going to go that way, I'm going to take the boat. And I got to get that tire fixed on the trailer before I take the boat anywhere. I see fish pop on the surface all over out here, though. I just don't know what they're thinking. I also don't know what they are, because the ones that I'm seeing like come up are way down the way. There was one just right here. You can probably see the ripple on the water from it. But I'm just seeing the ripples. So I don't know if it's cat or carp or bass chasing shad. I don't know what it is, but it's hard to target them when you don't know what they are and what they're feeding on. And I don't know this lake very well. I've pretty much only fished the other end for catfish. I fished this a couple times here for bass, but I've never caught a bass here. So I think I'm in the wrong spot, or the bass here just really don't like to bite. So yeah, it's, you know, I should probably move the camera when I rig up so you guys can see what I'm rigging up. I'll do that next time I re-rig. Normally I'm just tying on a Carolina rig if I'm throwing like these two rods that are out right now have a Carolina rig on them. Um, but if I'm not tying a Carolina rig, then I'm tying something straight up with a Palomar knot. So I'm going to move the camera a little more again, you guys. I'll flip down so that you guys can look at my ugly asphalt. Let's see. We kind of got the rods in the frame. We move it back into the shade a little more. So the rod going out that way has the shrimp on it. The rod going that way has corn on it. And I don't know what's going to bite what. Now, there is another, like, I wouldn't even call this a lake. I'd call it a big pond. And there is another big pond down that way, which is camera's left, my right, where Mrs. SoCal and I have done pretty good on catfish down there, normally at night. But like I've said, a million times today, I've never caught a bass out of this little pond. So they call it a lake. I call it a pond by size. But I keep seeing topwater activity. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I survived the rain, man. That was brutal. That rain the other day, you guys, I don't know if you guys all saw that, but it was like, there's a freaking fish pop 3 feet off the end of the dock. Like 4 drops of water hit the lake, 4 drops of rain. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's not going to be bad. And all of a sudden, it was like I was standing in the shower. I mean, between the time I got from the lake to my truck, and I was 75 yards from where I was parked, I was so soaking wet, my underwear were dripping water. I'm just glad that I took the dogs out in the truck. I normally take them out. If I take the dogs out hiking or whatever, I take them in the Jeep. But last time I took them in the truck, and I had 2 towels in the truck for the dogs. Because, dogs, they find water, they swim. So I wanted to, have something to dry them off. So I brought 2 towels with me. And thank God, because those 2 towels were in my truck, I was able to kind of dry myself off a little bit and then throw a towel down on the seat to drive home. But my word, it freaking dumped rain on me. So, fly rod, yeah, I tried fly fishing once. I caught like 43 trees, myself, a rock pile, and a picnic table. I think I hit the water 1 time with the fly. And I caught weeds. Fly fishing is not something I'm good at. I mean, I'm sure if I practiced a lot, I could get good at it, but there's not really a lot of spots down here that would be seen as a good fly fishing spot. I mean, I guess you could fly fish lakes and stuff, but most of the fly fishing I see is like trout guys fly fish in the river. But, I don't see why you couldn't fly fish on a lake. Fly fishing and snowboarding are 2 things that I am absolutely terrible at. I snowboarded 1 time here in our local mountains. So it wasn't even like, a real ski slope or anything like that. It was just, we found some little hills and walked up to the top and tried snowboarding down. And I hit a tree and that hurt. So snowboarding is out for me. They kept saying, oh, it's like a cross between surfing and skateboarding. And I grew up doing both. And I'll tell you what, I can't snowboard. There's no way. I tried. I just can't do it. I could surf. I could skate. I just can't snowboard. I grew up skating some pretty freaking fun places. We grew up, mid 80s to the early 90s. And that's back in the day when like half pipes and all that, all the street skating, all that was all just the rage. And we like, I wouldn't say I was a straight ramp skater, and I wasn't a straight up street skater. We did both. We had a school right around the corner from our house. It was junior high, and I mean it was seriously a 2-minute walk from the house. And we'd go down there and skate all the time at the junior high. They had all kinds of cool stuff, just like natural stuff. They had racquetball courts that were concrete, and there was 6 courts, I believe it was, 6 or 7 racquetball courts in the thing there. But between each court, they had walls. The walls weren't vertical walls. They were at an angle. So we'd actually set up the ramps, like the little street ramps. And we would come hauling ass across the basketball courts into the racquetball court, hit the ramp, wall right up to the side walls of the thing, and then like rail slide or grind or whatever all the way down that sidewall, and then like kick flip off the end of it, which was super fun back in the day. But now I'm like, shit, if I tried that, I'm breaking a hip. That was some fun times skating at school. There was so the way it was set up, they had a basketball court, basketball and tennis courts were all in one. They basically just had across the basketball court, they had freaking poles where they could put the nets up for the tennis courts. But at the end of that, there was a ramp that was like a higher elevation than the school was set at. So you would have to kind of go down like, no, I'd call it like a wheelchair ramp kind of thing. Probably like 30, 40 yards long. But to go from the basketball courts up to the ramp thing was like a curb. And it wasn't a curb. It was like a rounded bump, like a foot tall. But it was just the perfect shape that you could use it for a launch ramp. And then, so you'd go up the thing, up the little bump, and there's, it was flat, and then it would drop down the ramp. But there's a handrail all the way around the ramp. So you could hit that little bump in one section, ollie up off of it, land on the handrail, and like either rail slide it or grind it or whatever. And that shit was fun. That was fun. And then they had 2 different fields, like the PE fields. They had the baseball fields up top, and then so it was a split section. It was one level was down, one level was up, and there's an embankment between the 2. And that's what those ramps were cut into, that you had to go down to get to the school. And they're just walking ramps, they're just basically extra wide sidewalks going down the thing. But we got out there one day in the rain, and the bank that went between the upper field and the lower field, my buddy, I call him my brother. I've known him since I was 2 years old. He's more family to me than my actual family. But my brother was out there one day. I went to his house. He lived 4 houses up from me. And I went to his house. This is way back in the day before like cell phones and all that. I go to his house and he's not there. And his parents are like, I don't know where he went. He took off. So I go searching for him, and I know like first place I'm going to go look, So I go searching, and I find him down there in the rain with a shovel carving a freaking quarter pipe into the bank. And at the top of the bank, there's about a 2-foot like section, and then a 6-foot fence, chain link fence that separated everything. So he digs this quarter pipe, and it's like 10 feet wide that he dug this quarter pipe. Digs this quarter pipe into the bank. We let it dry out, and we go start riding it. And I'll tell you what, guys, we were launching our bicycle off that thing, because we were coming across the baseball fields, like the outfield of the baseball field, to get speed. So you'd get, we were starting a couple 100 yards back and getting going as fast as we could possibly go, hit that ramp, and we were getting 6-7 feet out of the top of it. And it was a good 20-25 feet, the bank. So we're flying up off the top of this bank. You know, we're doing all kinds of, you know, we're kids, we're having fun. I don't want to sound like, you know, we're always all badass and everything, but when we skated or we rode bikes, man, we put in our time, and if there was a trick we wanted to learn, man, we weren't going away until we learned that trick. It didn't matter how many times we slammed or what, but you know, we got good at what we were doing. Well, my buddy, another buddy of mine, Mark Wiedenfield, super cool dude, a few years older than us. That dude, he could have been a pro BMX, like, you know, freestyle guy, you know, Dave Mira and, you know, all those kind of guys. He could have done all that shit. He could have won X Games for BMX. He unfortunately had a motorcycle accident and was paralyzed, but he came through just hauling ass into that quarter pipe one day, and he sent it. Normally we were doing things, you know, you go up and you like kick turn and like, you know, because you had to either come back into the ramp or land up on that little top 2 foot wide platform where you're going to hit the fence. Mark Wiedenfield came hauling ass across. There was like 5 baseball fields, and he came hauling ass all the way across all the fields. And we're thinking like, we see him coming, you know, because we were sitting up on top of the thing, and we see him coming, and we're like, dude, he's going to hit this hard. What we didn't realize is his plan was to jump over that 6 foot fence, and he hit the top of that ramp. And I don't know how he did it, but it was the most perfect freaking thing I've ever seen. He was up over that fence, perfectly flat tabletop, you know, whip style, landed that on the other side, and was just like, yep, I've done this 100 million times. But I'll tell you what, that was back before cell phones and cameras and all that. But that would have been so bitching to have on video. Hey, Arizona, good morning. I started out, you know, and I started out trying for some bass out of here. They're not really wanting to come out and play. This is not known as a bass lake. There's bass in here, but they're very low numbers. I think the biggest bass in here is probably 5 pounds. So now I have the rod facing out to the left-hand side of the dock, which would be the right on camera, has a shrimp for catfish, and the one facing going the other direction has corn. So we're hoping for cat and carp at this point. But it may be too hot down here. It's, you know, I'm down in the desert, so it's already in the upper 90s, and it's only, what, 9 something in the morning. So, but this is a cool little like county park that I'm at. I may move around a little bit here in a little while if I don't catch anything, which I don't think. I really, honestly, guys, don't think I'm going to catch anything here. So I may move up and fish one of the canals up the road. So there's some pretty decent canals. They all come off the All-American. Well, they all come off the All-American Canal, which is fed by the Colorado River. So there's a possibility for stripers and flatheads and just all kinds of different stuff in there. Largemouth, smallmouth. I've caught out at the sand dunes. The canal runs through the sand dunes out there. I've caught smallmouth out there. Nothing huge. I think the biggest smallmouth, which is going to be my PB smallmouth, was like 2 pounds. But it's the only place I know anywhere near me that has smallmouth. So to be able to go out and catch one was kind of cool. They say they have striper out there. So we'll see. So Arizona, I'm glad you're here. There's a possibility that the first week of October, I believe it'll be the first Wednesday and Thursday of October, I may be at the Pioneer across the river from you. So we have to go to court site to drop off some of my mother-in-law's stuff that she left at our house when she left. And I told the wife, I said, well, if we're going as far as Quartzsite, you know, Laughlin's only another hour and a half. So if we do, these two stick things on the dock right here, those are coming with me. Actually, I'll bring like 6 or 7 of those sticks. So if that pans out the way I'm kind of hoping it does, we'll have to definitely hook up and fish. So I don't know if I know California and Arizona have the agreement that if you're on the river, you can use either license, either state, but I'm not 100% sure if that stands on the bank. So, and I'm not towing the boat out. So, Paige, where are you in Utah? What part of Utah are you in? Not for bank fishing. Okay. So I will need the out of state permit then. But I believe you can just buy that online and have it on your phone. Payson. Why have I heard of Payson? Where is that? Where's Payson from the like the 70 and the 15? My dad used to live out there in Green River, which was just west of Moab. But Payson, I've heard the name Payson, Utah before. Like, what's the closest like big city? I mean, Utah doesn't have many big cities, but what's the closest place that would be like recognizable? Because I swear to God, I've heard of Payson. South of Salt Lake. Okay. So that's kind of catty corner from Green River. Okay. Maybe that's what it was, because I drove out there a couple of times and I would take the 15 up to the 70 and hit the 70 east. And I think coming back, I might have seen signs for Payson. Maybe that's why I recognize it. Last time I was out there, I spent 2 weeks. I kind of screwed up because I didn't plan it out right. But I went out for a family reunion and it turned into a total shit show. So like 4 days in, I packed up all my shit and left. And on the way back, I was thinking, I need to go fish while I'm out here, because I had bought my 10-day out-of-state permit. And I was like, I'm not going to waste it. So I ended up at the first place I stopped was Fish Lake, which was super cool. Really cool spot. I absolutely slayed the trout out there. And then I went to Penguich, which was absolutely freaking beautiful. But that's, and then I hit the 15 and came back home through, St. George and Vegas and all that. But that southwestern corner of Utah was beautiful. People look at, Bryce Canyon and, all the national parks right there, and they think, oh, that's all there is. But, man, there's so much other stuff out there, like Cedar Breaks and Zion and all that. It's absolutely beautiful, that whole southwest corner of Utah. Yeah, there's Payson, Arizona. Yeah, right next to Provo. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Utah was beautiful. Utah was absolutely beautiful. Last time I went out there, I had to pack up all my dad's stuff and drive his truck and his trailer out to my house because, he was living with us for a while. Still is. But I ended up having to, I couldn't drive out because how do you drive 2 trucks back? So what I did was I flew into Denver, and I had to hop a little freaking puddle jumper plane down to Grand Junction And from Grand Junction, I had to take the train to get into Green River, Utah. And I'll tell you what, that train ride, it was only like an hour and a half train ride, but my God, it goes through some beautiful country. I just can't handle the snow of Utah and the cold of Utah. Because we were looking at St. George for a while as a place to move, but I just don't want to deal with, shoveling snow out of my driveway to be able to go anywhere. I'm not getting bit by anything over here. Not even the mosquitoes are biting. This water is so murky, though. It's like baby shit green. I don't know how much that affects the fish, but I mean, they're probably used to it. I really kind of want to go out and fish that canal, but I know there's absolutely zero shade out there. Let me check my battery. I'm at 55%. I'm good. All right, Arizona. Have fun. Yeah, still though, like, I'm a California boy. Snow is not my gig. I like to be able to visit the snow and then leave it where it's at and go home to no snow. Come on, fishies. Take one of the baits. I don't care which one it is. Just take one. I'm kind of halfway contemplating packing it up. Oh, there we go. It's messing with it. Something found it, so it's messing with it. It hit it once. It should come back. Hopefully it's not that turtle that I caught last time. Come on. Hit it, but it didn't take it. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Right when I say something, take it, and something hit it. I don't think there's anything there. No, there's nothing there. I just hope it's not that dang turtle. So last time I was here, I got a big old turtle. There, something tapped it again. Something's down there messing with this shrimp. Come on, fishes. Come on, little bastard. Take it. Take it, take it, take it. Just eat it already. All right. You guys, is that not the most badass spinnerbait you've ever seen? Custom from Crappy Man. Got a bunch of those. And it's making me some chatterbaits in the same pattern, which I cannot wait to get a hold of. I got one. Last time I ordered from them, I messed up and thought I ordered like 3, and I didn't. I only ordered 1. But I ordered some more. His prices are so freaking good. Hey, Stacy. All you had was stolen shrimp and hot dogs? Yeah, I just brought some old frozen shrimp that I had in the fridge, or in the freezer. Just Walmart brand frozen shrimp that I put a bunch of garlic powder on, and it's been frozen and thawed like 4 times now. But hopefully that makes it, I mean, obviously something took a whack at it. It's probably a turtle, but hopefully something will come in here and whack this thing. I mean, I have caught nice catfish out of here. You know, nothing massive, probably 7, 8 pounds at the most. But still, I've caught cat out of here, so I know they're here. And I know there's carp in here. I don't know how big the carp are in here, but I know they're here. And they say there's bass in here. I just never caught one. I've seen people catch them, but I've never caught one. I'm gonna actually move. Oh, maybe move this carp rod. Let's see what happens. See, I'm not really a cat or carp fisherman. And to be completely honest, the only reason I started fishing cat and carp was because of Travis and Cindy. All right. That should stay there if something tries to grab it. I do not want to lose that rod to a fish. I've already lost a rod to a boat. That was bad enough. Which you guys will be happy to know that the yacht club has my rod and reel in hand for the replacement, and I will be going down Tuesday to pick those up. I can go pick them up any day I want, but I figured I might as well go down there when that guy's going to be there. So he'll be there Tuesday. So I'll go down Tuesday and pick up the rod and reel. I was able to find the same reel, but not the same rod. Penn doesn't make that rod anymore. They still make that line, the Blue Water Cartage line, but they don't make that specific rod. So, no, they didn't find it. I found it. I found them, and then I sent them the info on them. And they ordered it, basically. I basically sent them a link and said, you know, push buy it now on this link. And they ordered it for me. So I kind of want to meet the guy, Jeff. He's the dock master down there. I kind of want to meet him just because of the fact that he's been so super cool about this whole thing. So I figured, you know, why not freaking meet up with the guy and thank him personally. It's the least I could do, you know. They sent scuba divers down into the bay looking for my stuff. And they said the scuba diver was freaked out by all the boat traffic, and I don't blame him. So oh, it's a duck. I kept seeing ripples. There's bushes right in front of my way. Hey, Rod, welcome in. How'd you end up doing last night? Did you get any more after I left? So far, I've caught the lake skunk. I got one little bite on a catfish rod, but that's it. I started out this morning bass fishing, and oh, that sucks. You got your butt kicked yesterday. That carp you got though yesterday was nice. I started out bass fishing this morning. Nothing was coming out to play, and I mean I've been here coming up on 2 hours, so I figured I got here semi early. I figured the carp or the bass would come out to play early in the morning, and they just weren't having it. So I switched over to the rod on the it'd be your guys's right. No, sorry. It'd be this one. The rod facing that way. Let's see. That one, the one going that way, has a shrimp on it, and the one going straight out that way has corn. But I don't know if we'll catch anything. There's a couple spots that I want to try. I may end up moving down in a little while to the other lake here and fishing the boat ramp down there. Not a lot of people fish that, so I may try that in a little bit. And then if that doesn't pan out, then I want to go hit some of the canals out here. Yeah, I saw that, man. Those people just like came up and freaking crowded out your spot. I'm telling you, man, I would have faked a schizo moment. That was bullshit. Because you have that spot mostly yourself all day, and all of a sudden they showed up and freaking crowded you out of there. But whatever. Now I got people on a bass boat over here diving off the boat. Man, it is so flipping hot down here. At least right where I'm at, though, I got some shade. See, that's what I was telling Rod last night, Stacy. I was like, I told him, I'm like, you should just start freaking walking around like this, talking about, I didn't bury those people. I didn't bury those people. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. And they would have left right away. They would have been like, oh, this dude's fucking schizo or nuts. I'm out of here. But, you know, that's just me. That's just me. I don't really think that's Rod's style. He's too nice of a guy to do that kind of shit to people. Where I admit I'm an asshole. All right, I should probably check that cat rod since I got ripped on it, huh? Let me go do a bait check. I probably got a freaking turtle on here. Nope. These people on this fucking boat right here, they got an entire fucking lake. They're the only boat on the water, and they come like 50 yards off the dock and start fucking diving off the boat. Oh, my bait's still there. So it doesn't look like anything really whacked it too bad. It's still pretty much 99% intact. So we re-hook it a little bit here to make sure it stays. You want to get it back out. I'm just using Walmart brand freaking frozen shrimp that I marinated in garlic for quite a while. I'm almost thinking I'm going to fling this up the other way. Because I know this end of the pond is deeper. So I'm gonna kind of whip this way out there. Hopefully find a deeper hole. Ooh, that was like 3/4 of the way across. All right. Let me bring this rod back over here. I'm going to set this one a little closer to me just in case. Get that line nice and tight. Here we go. I can't really wedge it in anywhere over here. I guess we'll just put it right back here. No, it doesn't. Oh, it kind of fits there. All right. Let me get this line tightened up. And then I'm going to reset this. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, nothing was taking that out of there. Oh, I might not be taking that out of there. Holy cow. Okay. Let me reset this one. You guys still just fishing or catching yet? That's better than I've done. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got a cat rod set out kind of that way. I figure that's the deepest part of the area here, so. It's only, what, 8 feet? Yeah. What's the water temp? What are you showing? 85-degree water temp. Holy cow. That's perfect. It's probably 85-degree surface temp, yes. That's insane. I can't use my normal rod holders here. I'm trying to use the holes in the dock to hold the rods. That one will work. Nothing will pull it out of there. All right. So we'll see if we get anything, but who knows? Who freaking knows? Oh, it's just so freaking hot. 85-degree freaking surface temperature. Yeah, man, that's just, I just don't understand how people think it's cool to do that, you know, like, you know, you're in your spot, you've been there a while, and these people just want to come up and like basically jump your spot, you know. All right, sorry guys, I got way behind the chat. Yeah, I see, that's why I came down here today. The only person I've seen out here is this guy with his son on the boat. You know, I've seen a couple people like riding bikes around the little bike path around this, but I think there's only 3 people fishing this entire lake, and 2 of them are on a boat. So, you know, and I'm basically, this dock right here is like, it's not that great of a dock, but it's a dock, and I got it pretty much blocked off. Like there's a little tiny trail into it, and I got the whole trail blocked off. We're standing right in the middle of it, so nobody will be able to come down here. I'm kind of wondering if the corn on the drop shot is not the best way to hook it. but I'm running super low on swivels, so I didn't want to tie a Carolina rig. But I could use the weight that I'm using, my drop shot weight, and just snatch that up the line a little bit. Kind of re-rig everything. We'll give it a few minutes and see what happens. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna adjust the camera because I gotta sit down. Actually, no, I don't want to get my chair out of my truck. That's more shit to carry. I'll just drop the legs on the tripod and go that route. All right. All right. Come on, tripod, cooperate. There we go. All right, hold on, guys. Oops. Forgot pliers were hanging on the tripod there. All right, let me do this. Let me flip this all around. Oh, this ground's a little bit wet, but not too much. All right. Flip the camera so you guys can see the rods. Can't really see them though with the way the backdrop is, but that's all right. Come on, brother. Huh. Yeah, if they would have asked me if they could use my bait, I would have told them that, yeah, I'm just using a box of thing of night crawlers, but they're $75 if you want to pay for them. Yeah, I don't understand how people think that, like, there's an entire freaking lake. Why do you got to post up 4 feet from me or less? Heck, we were at the bay one day, Mrs. SoCal and I, and we were the only ones there for quite a while, other than the bums that live there. But we'd been there hours, and some dude pulls in, starts fishing. He casts right over freaking 3 of our lines. I think you guys saw that we were on a live. It might have been the last time Mrs. SoCal was with me fishing on live. And I kind of yelled at the dude. I'm like, what are you doing, man? I'm like, you got like 4 miles of shoreline and you're casting over my lines, bro. Like, get over yourself. Move. Because that's just bullshit. I mean, especially at the bay. There's so much freaking shoreline that there's no reason to be within 50 yards of somebody else. I can see like the piers and all that. You only got 75, 80 feet of pier. I get that. But when you're bank fishing and you got that much space, like, get the flipping heck out of the way. Get the heck out of the way. You don't need to go crowd hopping and spot jumping like that. Not when you got room. Not when there's room. And I just heard something splash over to my left. It's the ducks. Man, I'm sitting here just sitting here in the shade, and I'm freaking soaking wet with sweat. I think I might go try the other spot here in a few minutes. It's only a minute down the road, but yeah, right. I mean, I'm okay with people coming up and talking to me while I'm fishing, but don't freaking cast your line right where mine's at. Say, hey, Dorothy, welcome in. Good morning. Oh my goodness, guys. I am freaking soaked in sweat here. I feel gross. All right, sorry guys, mic died. I didn't. It's a brand new mic, so I didn't have a good charge on it. Can you hear me now? My other mic, I don't know why, it's the same exact freaking thing. Didn't want to connect to the via the receiver. I lost. I don't know where my receiver is. But I have two receivers. The other mic didn't want to connect to this receiver. I don't know why. But I got another one up in the truck charging. We'll see what happens. I kind of think... Okay, there's 6 of you guys watching. Let's get a vote. Yeah, that DJI is nice, but I don't want to spend the money on that shit right now. I got way too many other things I need to spend money on. What do you guys think? Should I stay here, even though I haven't caught anything in 2 hours and 15 minutes? Should I move to a different spot on this lake, or should I just move water bodies altogether? Should I move over to one of the canals? See if we can get something out of a canal. I don't know what to do here. I got one hit, and that was it. It didn't even really like grab the bait. The canal, it's not that far. It's probably 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive. But I'm not 100% sure if I get cell service to that canal. So I guess what I could do is pack it up and drive out there and see if I get cell service. I could also pack it up and go down to the other end of this lake. Or I could go big, go put some gas in the truck, and go hit the canals out in the desert. I mean, I'm already in the desert, but I'm talking like out by the sand dunes. There's some nice canals out there, and I know I could probably do some really good carp out there. Does anybody want to do me a favor and Google the distance for me real quick? Anybody up for that? I'll give you the name of the location, like the to and from, if you guys, somebody, because I can Google it, but I'll have to kill the stream to do it. It's Sunbeam Lake to Brock Research Center. I just need to know the distance on it. Because that'll tell me whether I'm going out that far or not. Because obviously there isn't shit happening in this little pond. And I know I need to go put gas in the truck to get out there and back. But I'm just not sure how far it is. Let me see. I'm gonna Google it real quick, you guys. The stream's gonna buffer for a minute, but I'll be right back. Let me Google the travel time, and I'll be right. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So the move that I would want to make is about 45 miles. So that'll be about an hour and 10 minutes with going to get gas and all that stuff. But I know I got a chance of catching smallmouth, largemouth, striper, flathead, and all kinds of other stuff out there. It's going to be hotter than holy heck. But I got better odds out there. So maybe I will. Gosh, it's going to be hot though. It's going to be hot out there. It's going to be over 100 degrees out there if I go out there. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. I could be out there by 11:30. Catching a fish by 11:45. Yeah, see, that's hot. I was going to throw the Easy Up in the back of the truck this morning and bring it with me just in case, and I didn't. I didn't do it. I didn't bring it. I don't know. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go check out this other canal up here, up this way. I've wanted to fish it for a long, long time. I've just never really scoped it out too hard to fish it. Worst case scenario, I could fish off the bridge on the road. It'd be kind of sketchy, but I could do it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go fish that canal. It's a 50-50 on hey Northern. How's it going today? It is not. I have not got a single fish in 2.5 hours. Not a single fish. I got one little bite, but it was just like a grab and let go kind of a thing. So I'm actually debating on moving spots. This place I'm at is not really known for bass. And I started out bass fishing here this morning and nothing wanted to play. I keep seeing fish hit the surface, but they're just not hitting the bait. I got one rod. The one on the right has shrimp marinated in garlic, and the other rod has corn. I figured, shrimp and corn should catch a cat or a carp, and so far nothing. There's a guy with his son out here on a bass boat, and they were saying they've only caught 3 fish, and they're all small. But he said the surface temperature here is 85 degrees. And it's only 8 feet deep right out in front of me here. And I'm at the deepest part of this place. So I kind of think making a move would be the right way to go. I think that'd be the right move. So let me pack it in here and let's make a move. Let's go see what the canal has to say. Gosh, the question is, do I go to the close one or the far one? I know there's fish in the far one, but I know there's neither one of them has shade. Not like the shade helps. It's still 100 and holy shit in the shade out here. But I know if I go to the far one, I know for a fact I'll catch carp. I just know that it's hot, hot, hot out there. Like I'm sitting in the shade and I'm sweating my ass off. And it's going to be about 10 to 12 degrees hotter out there with no shade. Or I could say screw it and make a really big move into San Diego. That'd be a big move. What to do, what to do, what to do. I think we're going to make a big old move. We're going to make a move regardless. So, let me see. Let me reel these in. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay. Let me grab another rod. And we'll make a move. Oh, God. Now watch, I'll take the shrimp off the hook, throw it out there, and it'll get exploded on. Let's move spots. Ah, got that. All right. It's gonna be tricky. All right. I got 3 rods. I got my booty toad. I got my trash, and I got the camera. Got it. I didn't do anything else there. No. Okay. Normally I'd pick up all the trash there, but I didn't bring a bag or anything. There's so much freaking trash that people left down there. Okay. Set the camera down real quick. All right, let me get my other rod out of the truck here. Throw that in the back. that's just got a little. Okay. All right. Drop shot. Trying to pack everything all up. May not be possible. Okay. All right. Oh, fold up. There we go. All right, guys. I'll pull the camera. All right. Oh, it's warm in the truck, guys. I'm going to set you down on the thing for a minute while I'm getting situated here. Let me plug in my mic. Let's see. Does this one's charged. Guys, I'm gonna do a test real quick. I'm gonna plug in the mic. Tell me if you guys can hear me. I'm plugging it in now. All right, well, that sucks. So what I got to do, I'm going to set you guys down again. I got to plug in the other mic and get them both charging up. So for some reason, these mics are not picking up on the receiver. Where did I just put the receiver? Shit. Oh, it's right there. Okay. I had another receiver. I don't know where it went. It may be in my pocket of my shorts I was wearing the other day at the lake. Okay, yeah, I'm back. I unplugged the mic. So the one set of mics that I have doesn't work. All right, give me a second. I'm going to jump in the truck, you guys. And then I got to hop in and we're going to go check out the other canal. All right. Where'd my keys go? They're right there. Okay. So I'm kind of wondering if, holy cow, wait, give me a second. I got to roll down the windows and get this heat out of this truck. It's 100 and holy shit in here. I'm kind of wondering the other day if the one mic got destroyed in the rain. So, all right. So we're going to go check out the canal here closer to me and see what we can find in that. Even though there's not going to be any shade or anything out there, but it's worth making a move. So we'll make a move. I got my other mics charging now, so. Oh, nothing like a warm Monster drink. Okay. So let's go make a move. All right. I guess I had to go get some gas. God, there's mud flying everywhere from freaking pulling off the side of that road right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's flying off my tires like crazy. All right. So let me go up here to the gas station real quick. I'll get some gas. I want to get a cold drink as well. Man, there's still mud just flying off my tires. Holy cow. Alright. It rained good down here. My goodness. I didn't think it was going to rain like this down here, but it rained pretty freaking good. So, alright. So I'm going to pull in and grab gas. And then I'm also going to run in and grab a cold drink. Alright, that pump doesn't work. This pump works. Okay. Alright, guys, give me a second. I'm going to go grab gas and a drink. I'll be right back. What? Is it not working? Huh. Gas pump freaking out here is not working. All right, I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. little place sells night crawlers. So I bought some. We'll try some crawlers out of the canal. Hopefully I get service to the canal. If not, we'll go back to the lake. I don't want to go to the other canal because it's so far and it's so hot. I mean, not like it's not going to be hot at this canal here, but it's still going to be hot. So this is that gas station I was telling you guys that has the taco shop inside that's just fucking bomb. It was hard for me not to order a freaking burrito. All right, guys. $40 freaking. I didn't even get 10 gallons of gas. I had a quarter tank when I pulled in here. Let's see where it's at. See how far it went off. I got a half a tank of gas for. It went up to 3/4. So a half a tank of gas for $40. How ridiculous is that? What commands do I got? I got the weather, I got the drop your link, I got the fish count and location. Oh, is my phone overheating? Guys, my phone's overheating. It's probably gonna stream here in a minute. Sorry. My phone overheated a little bit. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's hotter than shit. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw the phone in the bag. Well, no, I can't do that because then I can't talk to chat. Shit. I'll just keep it right here and see what cools down. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do, guys?